If you go to the SafeMoon.net website, you're probably going to be noticing that they have identified what the percentages are that are part of that transaction fee. And one of them may raise a little bit of an eyebrow. And I'll go ahead and explain more details on what you should expect that that's actually going to entail. Before I do get into that, though, I want to say a quick special shout out thank you to our Patreon supporters. A double shout out thank you to Xavier Zamora, Victor, Troy Smothers, and 1010 Buns for being higher level patrons. If you'd like to join that for as little as $1 a month, there is a link in the description. And also, if you want to become a YouTube member, then there is the join button down below. We have merch now. You can go check that out. It's right down below the video. You should see an option there of just a couple of preview images, but we got a lot of stuff, and it's just a bunch of goodies. I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I'm sharing is my own opinion. It's my own research. I highly encourage you to go do your own research. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the news. So on SafeMoon.net, which is the official SafeMoon website, I don't know if they're going to be moving over to SafeMoon.com. In fact, you know what? Let me go ahead and click on that right now. Just kind of see if we've got anything going on there. SafeMoon.com. Nope. The site is still not available. Let's go back over to SafeMoon.net. We can see the SafeMoon protocol is a community-focused, fair-launched DeFi token. 4 simple functions occur during each trade. So you have reflections. This is 4%, which is redistributed to all existing holders. That's what we've been seeing before. Liquidity pool acquisition. 3% is added to liquidity. This one is slightly changed. We have token burn, which is 2% of tokens are burned. Same thing, we were told about that before. And then this is the new one. This is growth fund. 1% is added to the SafeMoon ecosystem growth fund. So the liquidity pool acquisition was previously 4%. And as you guys can see, 1% of that has been moved over to the growth fund. As far as for how long this is going to take place, I don't know. But something that you should take into consideration is that why do we need 4% added for the liquidity pool acquisition when the liquidity pool gets 99% of all trades taking place on SafeMoon version 1? Now, that is to try and incentivize people to not do trading over on version 1, to make it so that there's issues if you're trying to do it through PancakeSwap because of how you set slippage, and hopefully your transaction doesn't even go through until, PancakeSwap just completely shuts this stuff down. But my point is that anything that is going through there is technically helping out the liquidity pool, and that gets pushed over and is going to help out for version 2 as well. So for the short time frame, if they drop that down and they have 1% that's allocated towards this growth fund, then I think it's perfectly understandable. There's an opportunity here where we now have the billboards over in Times Square, and that is 3 times every hour. And that's for an entire year. That is huge. I hope you guys understand the amount of potential for the exposure from doing something like that. So from a marketing standpoint, having funds available to do that kind of stuff is so important. That's where the growth fund can really come into play for something like this. In addition, what if there's other projects that they need to have rolled out? Where are they going to get the funding from this? You guys really have to ask that question. I think that for some of the stuff that they're doing, for example, the wind turbines, they could probably get government subsidies, which I would not be surprised if John really starts pushing forward with that once they have all of their licenses set up. But until then, they're going to have to work with what they have, which is they've got SafeMoon. If the price of SafeMoon goes up, then great. But to be able to market this stuff from a team perspective, you got to have funds. The funds have to come from somewhere. Either it's coming from SafeMoon, or it's coming from private investors. But then once you get private investors on board, guess what? You start to have to make decisions that's more appealing to the investors than what is based on your own personal interests are, your own personal decisions, things like that. Partnerships, okay, that's fine. They're working forward with that. But when you get people that come in as individualized investors, then you start to lose a little bit of that control, especially depending on what the terms are that you have set up with those investors. So the other thing is growing the team. Obviously, growing the team, like you need to add more team members in order to be able to handle these different tasks if you start rolling out various aspects, such as the wind turbines installation. Who's going to handle the installations of those? Is it going to be people that work at SafeMoon or people they outsource to? Are they going to have to pay those people to go do it? Where's the money going to come from to handle any of that stuff? So having a growth fund, it's only 1%. It's not very much. It could be for a short time. I've looked at other cryptocurrency projects that have had a growth fund format. For example, Evergrow. Evergrow has kind of had that toggled on and toggled off at several different points. So the SafeMoon team, they have direct access to the contract. This wasn't there before. It is there right now. It could be there for just a little bit of time. They might be working towards one specific goal, and they need to be able to try and raise the capital for that goal, and this allows them the opportunity to do so. It's only 1%, and it's still part of that 10% total, and it's coming out of what was in the liquidity pool acquisition. It's not coming out of reflections. People just need to kind of relax, chill out, right? You are still getting the same 4% that you had before. They didn't take it out of your pocket. They're doing it so that the liquidity pool doesn't have as much as what it would be getting from every transaction trade. And instead, there's an opportunity there to help out the actual core team and the different aspects that they're trying to push forward with. So I think it's perfectly fine. Token burn is still 2%. Reflections are still 4%. Liquidity pool, instead of it being 4%, it's just 3%. And then the growth fund gets the other 1%, and still 10% total. It's not a big deal, in my opinion. And I think some people out there are going to be making a much bigger deal out of this than what they really need to. So that's going to be it. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Very curious to see how you feel about this and what you think the purposes behind that is and how long you think they may be doing it. Do you think they're going to toggle it on and off? Let me know. Let everybody know. And also, I have referral links in the description if you want to get free cryptocurrency or free stock. It is free money for you guys. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. If you're new to the channel, do not forget to hit subscribe. Hit the thumbs up like button. It definitely helps us out with the YouTube search algorithm. Click the bell icon so that you know whenever we go live, and I will see you in the next episode.